Hello and thank you for joining me. Today I have quite a few goodies that were sent in by Kansept. So we have the Apollo, the Daco, and the Bison, one of my personal favorites. I was waiting for this one. And then, if you guys don't know, we have one from Tenable, who is the little brother of Kansept, so their budget line. We have the Gideon, and then two Pry-Bars, or Primates. So a little play on words there, but these are really, really cool. I can't wait to show you these ones. So what I'm going to do is try to get these out as fast as I can. Actually, I'm just going to show you what Kansept provides in their boxes. So if it is a Axis style lock, they do give you extra Omega springs. They give you their pamphlet and then a cleaning cloth. And then obviously the knife comes in a pouch, but I'm going to get all these knives out of the boxes, and then we're going to take a closer look at everything. So here are the knives all out of their boxes, and quickly want to mention the Tenable knives comes with a very bright green cleaning cloth. Also, if the Tenable knife does have Omega springs, they do give you extra with that as well. But let's open up the Primates really quick, since I haven't opened up one of these yet. We did have them at the last Blade show. Just I didn't know what the packaging was going to be like, but you get a nice foam insert, and it slips in and out of here just like that. Doesn't really come with anything, so there's that one. I asked for a just regular titanium finish, and then the black washed finish, just because I wanted some contrast with another one. So we're going to take a close look at those as well. Let's take a look at the Apollo first. Just an awesome, awesome design. I really enjoyed this at Blade Show, or the prototype when it was on the table. But since this is the production run, I think it's going to be just as good or even better. So let's give this thing a flick. Oh yeah, no problem. Fires right out. And I want to say that, yeah, so the Omega springs are adjustable. You can see the 3 holes on the inside there. Feels like it's on its lightest setting. So more than likely I'll get in there and put on its strongest setup. So that way the blade requires a little bit of effort to fire it out. But either way, it feels really, really good. Super smooth, as you guys can see. Riding on bearings. And I really, really like the Axis style lock. It's a bit smaller than your typical Axis lock. I do have a Benchmade right here. So you can see those buttons are quite a bit smaller. But they are domed and they do have some ridges on it. So pretty easy to disengage it with that Axis style lock. I love the black wash finish on this S35 VN steel blade. I think Kansept does a beautiful job with that. I also like that they put that black wash finish on the titanium as well. All blacked out hardware, mill titanium pocket clip, which is not reversible. So you lefties are left out on this one. But love the action. Ergo's really, really good. Thumb lands on this. I wouldn't call it a harpoon, but it's got a nice groove right on top, right above the thumb studs. So super, super comfortable. Can't really find any hot spots. And yeah, I think it feels great in hand. I also really like the beveled edges all the way around on the scales, adding to the comfort in hand. And more than likely, I'll probably try to create my own custom inlays, but so far, these are beautiful. I probably shouldn't do anything to this knife, but yeah, this is really, really nice. Next up, we have the Daco, however you want to pronounce it. But this was another prototype that was at Blade Show, and I was really excited for it to come out. So this is the production run. And clean, simple design. Really, really love this one. And I think it's going to be comfortable in a lot of people's hands just because of that neutral design. This feels really, really good. No hot spots. That pocket clip does raise up a bit, but it is not annoying. I can feel that it's there, but it's not creating any weird hot spots. Reverse grip is just as comfortable, so very well done on the ergos. And there is the S35 VN blade steel, again with that black wash finish. This one does have titanium bolsters, which is also coated black. And then we have our natural micarta scales or onlays, which look really, really good. Done very well. And over time, this will darken from the oils of your hands. Now this knife does come in different finishes on the blade and different colors of titanium and scales. So you have a lot of options. And same with the Apollo, I forgot to mention that, is you get a lot of different flavors, which I really love that Kansept does that. So plenty of options out there. But the action is really, really good. Riding on bearings. Fires right out with these dual thumb studs. So thumb flick works great. First flick works great. And of course, axis style lock, you can just pull back on the lock and fire that blade out as well. This one, definitely I'll be creating some custom scales. So whatever I pick is going to have a nice contrast against all this black hardware. I do like the clip a lot. It's very, very low profile, especially on the bill. You do have, looks like you have enough room to put it in your pocket or slip it in easily. So I'm going to do just that. So yeah, there's plenty of space there to slide into pocket easily, but I love that it's titanium. It's milled very, very well. I gotta say, Kansept is just killing it lately, but this is the Daco. I don't think I forgot anything on this. And just let me double check if it is adjustable. So yeah, it is adjustable. You can see the 3 options underneath the scales here. So I will adjust that later, but really, really love this knife. Great sounds too, but awesome stuff. Now we're gonna go to one of my favorites. God, I love the purple on this, but this is the Bison. This is a Ray Laconico design. He usually does smaller knives, a lot more simple and clean, streamlined looks. This one definitely surprised me size-wise, but the look is definitely his look, especially that blade shape. Beautiful clip point. Love that black wash finish on this too, but I went with this one because I love black and purple together, and Kansept just did a great job on this one. The Bison is a knife I would highly recommend if you have very, very large hands. As you can see, plenty of real estate here. Definitely made for large size hands. Excellent ergos, very, very comfortable. And I do like how the front end of the scales kind of flare out to kind of lock your hand into place, which I think is great. And you do have this sharpening choil up here in the front, and you can actually sneak your finger just right up in there and get more controlled cuts. So really nice option there. Of course, you have dual thumb studs for deployment. So thumb works great. And then reverse flick works just as good. For how large this blade is, I am really surprised how easy it is to reverse flick. I know that some knives with large blades aren't that easy to reverse flick, but this one definitely is doable. Of course, riding on bearings, so super, super smooth. And then access to the frame lock here is very, very easy. I like that they gave you cutouts for space, or for your thumb to go in between that space and easily disengage the lock. But really, really good action right out of the box. Love the all blacked out hardware. I think it looks really good. And the texture is something new from Kansept. I haven't seen anything like this in the past. So I think that's really, really cool. Definitely feels great. It's got a very pleasant feel to it, and obviously adds to the grip. And I gotta say that blurple is perfect. I think it looks really, really good. Definitely stood out to me. Again, love black and purple together. And even this milled pocket clip is textured to match the texture on the scales. I'm assuming, yeah, it's got good retention. I'm gonna check it out in pocket really quick. Oh yeah, it slips in and out easily. But beautifully, beautifully done by Kansept and Ray Laconico. I don't think there's a knife that Ray Laconico has made that I don't like. So yeah, he definitely killed it on this one as well. Feels really, really good in hand. And really no hot spots. Again, thumb and finger lock in right behind those finger guards. Let's check out the reverse grip. Oh yeah, just as good. Again, very, very large, but super, super comfortable. And we do have a black titanium backspacer and very light for its size. So yeah, just checking to see if there's milled pockets, which there is. So definitely adds to the lightness of it. So really, really happy with this one. I can't wait to re-anodize it. Same color, but I just really want to give it an aggressive stone wash. I think it would look really good. And you have such large spots of titanium exposed. I think the stone wash is going to make, it's just going to create more of a clash, and I think it'll look a lot better. But that is the Bison. Next up we have the Gideon from the Tenable lineup. This one I think is really, really cool. Definitely unique. Not really a knife out there that looks like this. So definitely one of a kind. And I love the color of the G10. I think it looks really, really good. Again, black washed. Everything is black, which contrasts very well with this color. Do have a beautiful clip point blade with a slight recurve. But beautiful stone wash. It is writing on a bearing, so super, super smooth. You have this large slot to reverse flick or use your thumb to fire it out. But love the access to the liner lock to disengage that blade. I love the sound it makes too. It's got a nice thwack to it. But this does have full liners, as you can see right there. And I just realized the backspacer, which is G10. Yeah, so G10, that is a full backspacer. So you're not going to be able to touch that blade edge from the top, which is nice. And I really like that jimping towards the front and the rear of that backspacer. It is raised up slightly, so you can get better traction on that. But the fact that this does have full liners, I will be able to create custom scales. But I don't know if I'd want to. I really, really love this color. You do have a deep carry pocket clip, a large bill, but let's check out the ergos. Make sure it's not a hot spot. Okay, so I can feel it, but it's not terrible. It's definitely there, but it's not horrible in hand. Reverse grip is just as good, and I love that your thumb lands on this jimping on the backspacer. Perfect placement for it. And same with the jimping on the front. Super, super comfortable. And the sharpening choil is quite large, so you can definitely sneak your finger right behind there and choke up behind that cutting edge. So I gotta say, those ergos are really, really nice. But when you choke up on it, you can definitely feel the clip a little more. So there is a slight hot spot when you choke up. But let's see how it fits in pocket. Oh yeah, slides right in. Again, that bill is pretty large, so no surprise that it slips in very easily. Now I know this is the budget line, but I wouldn't mind seeing a titanium clip or even a steel clip similar to one of these. Basically to create a steel version of this one. I think would look really good, but that's just me. But really, really great design. Love this thing and definitely stood out to me. But that is the Gideon. Awesome knife from Tenable Knives. Again, I really, really love that color. Now these, or the Primate, love the play on words there. It's got so many uses and functions. It's really, really great. And this is something I highly recommend for self-defense or a tool to have in your pocket with you at all times. And I'll point out some of the features that I know of. So you do have, obviously you have the ring like a karambit, but you have a nice puncture point on this ring. So again, for self-defense, you can protect yourself or break certain things if you need to. But I love that the pocket clip is integrated into the whole design. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a clip up on screen of how this goes into pocket and the reason why I love that the pocket clip is positioned this way. So as you can see, slides right out and you're basically ready to go to puncture or protect yourself with this end, the pry bar end basically. So really, really thoughtful design. This is titanium, so super, super light. You're not even gonna know it's in pocket. And I know a lot of people say that about certain things, but literally this just kind of vanishes in pocket. I love that you have a bottle opener. Again, you have the pry bar, which can also be used as a flathead screwdriver. You do have a nice groove here where your thumb lands, and it just allows you to get a more comfortable grip and pry stuff up. They did provide you with a lanyard hole. I do love that you can use this as a bit driver, and since it is in the middle of this whole design, you can actually torque down on certain things. Let me grab a Torx bit and let's see how it actually just fits in there. So I got my T6 bit here. We're gonna see how this goes right in. Be nice if it was magnetic, but as you can see, it slides right in. It goes all the way through. So I'm assuming you have to put some pressure there. But as you can see, you can get some nice force on that bit. So just a really, really cool feature. Maybe you might be able to put tritium in here, but I'm not sure. But it does add as a grippy section if you're prying stuff up. So really bites very well into the skin of your fingers. Overall, I love the machining on it. They did as much as they could to reduce the weight, even though this is titanium, but it's got some class to it. It's got some character. I do have the black washed version as well, and very similar to their knives, they always provide different flavors with their certain models or whatever product they have. So that's always a very, very nice option. More than likely, I'm going to be anodizing this a certain color. I'm going to shoot for green. Really excited to customize this. Basically all of these knives. And more than likely, since these were sent in from Kansept, I will be customizing these and then doing them as part of a giveaway. So keep your eyes peeled for these in the future. And out of these 4 knives, I can't really say any of them are bad. The only thing I can really say is the pocket clip on the Gideon is it's a little bothersome in hand, but other than that, I think they're all great knives. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend any of them. Obviously, if you have large hands, this is one that I would definitely recommend. The Bison this thing is pretty sweet. As always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you guys on the next one.